Welcome to The Explainer. You know, choosing a restaurant location can feel totally overwhelming, like you're looking for a needle in a haystack. But what if you had a map? Well, today we're going to turn that huge task into a strategic quest, giving you a clear, actionable path to your perfect spot. I love this quote from Maurice because it just nails it, right? Your location isn't just one piece of the puzzle, it's the foundational seasoning. Get it wrong and the whole dish, your whole dream, could fall flat. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to walk through 6 key stages, starting with the big ideas and then really drilling down into the nitty-gritty details that will help you land in that perfect spot. All right, let's dive in. The quest begins with a really simple truth. You could have the best menu in the entire world, but it's completely useless if your restaurant is tucked away where nobody can find it. It's all about visibility. Think about it this way. Your location has to be a magnet. It needs to perfectly match the vibe of your restaurant and literally pull in the exact people you want to serve, right where they already are, whether that's where they live, work, or hang out. Seriously, getting this right is the non-negotiable first step. Okay, next up is the homework. This is all the intel you need to gather before you even start looking at a single property. This is where your strategy really comes to life. Use this as your guide. You basically need to become a neighborhood detective. Who lives here? What do they do? Are they students grabbing a quick bite or families looking for a nice dinner out? And you've got to scout the competition. I mean, a street packed with restaurants like in San Francisco's Mission District is great because it proves there's an audience. But it's a double-edged sword because it also means you're jumping into a fight for every single customer. And that leads us right to this huge strategic choice that every single restaurateur has to make. Are you going to pay a premium for a built-in audience? Or are you going to bet on the future of an up-and-coming spot? This slide really lays out the 2 paths you can take. On one hand, you have the premium player. You're willing to pay top dollar for the safety of knowing people are already walking by your front door. On the other hand, you could be a potential pioneer, betting on a neighborhood that's just starting to get cool. It's that classic risk-reward dilemma. Guaranteed business now, or the chance for a massive payoff later. Let's see how this actually works in the real world. Danny Sterling is the perfect example of that premium strategy. He knew exactly what he wanted and just refused to settle. He waited patiently for months until the right spot finally opened up. And his success just goes to show, if you're going for a premium location, patience really is your best friend. And then you've got the flip side. Zuni Restaurant went all in on an up-and-coming neighborhood. They locked in an affordable rent and focused on creating a concept so amazing that people would seek them out. And as the neighborhood boomed, so did they. It's a high-risk, high-reward move that, for them, paid off big time. So picking a path is one thing, but you also have to watch out for all the hidden traps along the way. Some spots that look like a golden opportunity can actually be hiding some really costly problems. Okay, this slide is a major warning sign. A spot in a shopping mall seems like a slam dunk, right? Built-in customers. But you have to look under the hood. You could be on the hook for insane maintenance fees, deals where they take a cut of your revenue, and even be forced to pay for group advertising. All of a sudden, that guaranteed traffic isn't looking so free anymore. Think of this as your final must-do checkpoint. Before you sign anything, you have to inspect the guts of the place. The plumbing, the electrical, the ventilation, and maybe most important of all, is this building even zoned for a restaurant? Skipping this step is an absolute dream killer. It's a simple mistake that can literally stop you from ever opening your doors. So far, we've mostly talked about finding a location that already has people around. But what if you could flip that whole idea on its head? What if your restaurant could become the destination itself? This concept completely changes the game. A destination restaurant doesn't just wait for people to walk by, it creates its own gravitational pull. Its unique selling point is so strong that it becomes a landmark, a place people will travel across town or even across the country just to experience. And honestly, this is the ultimate example. The River Cafe in Brooklyn, it isn't in some super busy tourist hub. Its power comes from something no one else can copy, that jaw-dropping, unbelievable view of the Manhattan skyline. That view is its unique selling proposition, and it's turned the restaurant into a world-famous spot that people plan entire trips around. So here's the takeaway. To become a destination, you have to find your superpower. What is it? Is it a killer view, a historic building, an atmosphere that's just unforgettable? Once you know what that special thing is, Your job is to shout it from the rooftops with smart marketing and make your spot absolutely irresistible. Okay, let's bring this all home. We've talked about the big picture strategies, so now let's go over the practical, key ingredients for your final recipe for success. These are those final practical things that can make or break you. A corner location, that gives you double the visibility. Your sign, that's your first handshake with a customer. And traffic patterns change all day long, but please, never ever underestimate the power of barking. If finding a spot is a nightmare, your customers will just go somewhere else. It's that simple. At the end of the day, this whole journey is both an art and a science. You absolutely need the data from your research, and you need the patience to stick to your strategy. But you also have to trust your gut, your own vision. It's that blend of all three that will lead you to the perfect place. And we'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the map and the tools, the question isn't just a general one anymore. It's personal. For your unique concept, your dream, what matters most? Answering that, well, that's the real beginning of your quest.